the capabilities. So the best role should do is late 90s, and also in mid-90s, 2% autonomously from Pittsburgh to San Diego. So a person was at the driver's seat and of course not driving, but just in case, because the program was not perfect.
I'd like to invite His Excellency, Mr. Armen Sargsyan, to give us his, exactly, I know what the government, to give us his welcome message. Thank you.
Well, Minister, dear organizers, Your Excellencies, dear friends, it's a great pleasure for me to be here today at the opening of this, I think, very important another step towards Silicon Mountains. I like the name. It's very Armenian. First of all, it's mountains. It's Silicon because we do believe that we are as good as Silicon Valley, but pay attention, it's not mountain, it's mountains. So we like to take it big. Although I do consider that this first effort probably is a hill, and that there are several hills in Armenia now happening, growing. And I'm absolutely sure that these hills one day will come together and really make what you are dreaming, the Silicon Mountains. And I am here to convey the message that there will be full support from President of the Republic of Armenia. I'm sure you will get the same message from the government and the minister, that artificial intelligence, new technology, machine learning, mathematical modeling is absolute priority for Armenia. I have a dream, and I think I could say that that dream is probably also a vision, to make Armenia a port. Nobody is surprised? Because we always say that there is success in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in many other places. Let's simplify it. Why these successes happen, why big cities like, or countries like Singapore, Hong Kong, or Shanghai, or New York, or Manchester, or Hamburg, why did they succeed? Because there were ports. You go 150 years back, the global trade, the big part of global trade was not going through Silk Roads. There was a lot of Silk Road trade, but the big one, the bulk one, was going through ports, because that was the main bulk traveling through the ocean. And those countries that were able to build big tankers, that will be able to build big ports, were the ones that eventually became the hubs of new industry. So this is the story of Singapore. Of course, it doesn't happen if you have, in one day, if you just have an access to the ocean. No, everybody, except us, except a couple of other nations, we don't have access, but everybody has access to port. But not everybody has made Singapore or Hamburg. Why? Because having a port is not enough. You have to have also to work very hard, to consolidate and to focus. Because if you don't focus, and in our case, if we don't focus and put all of our efforts in the right direction, and this is the right direction, because the future is the new technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning, here we go. And we should not be afraid, as some would say, because there is always natural intelligence, which is always much higher and will be higher, and artificial intelligence will be serving the natural intelligence. But we have to work hard, especially a small country like Armenia, small, bigger nation, which is a worldwide nation, global nation. We have to focus, we have to put a lot of effort, because the whole world is going the same direction. There is a huge competition happening. In order to be a winner, in order to build our own port, the port in the ocean of information, because the next biggest ocean is not going to be just the physical ocean, the water. It's going to be the virtual ocean, the ocean of information, data. And whoever is smart, making his own country or his city a port, the data comes in, serviced, makes some goods and goes further down, will become the next Singapores of this world. So I have a dream and I have a vision that it is possible that we can make this happen. But there are many things that we have to build together with our friends from abroad, and we Armenians as a state, we Armenians as government, we Armenians as private business, we Armenians worldwide, those Armenians who are in the industry and those Armenians who are not today but they will be tomorrow, we Armenians, including the Presidential Institute as well, we all have together to focus, and for a simple reason. Let me just give you an example. I've just returned last night from a 3-country visit. I was first in Qatar, official visit, then I went to London for a couple of days for the meeting of the investors for the Eastern Partnership in London with EBRD, and then I went to a visit to United Arab Emirates, meeting the leadership, the Crown Prince, the Prime Minister, everybody. So what was the one thing and one theme that everybody was talking about? Artificial intelligence, new technology. And if you look at the same Qatar and the same United Arab Emirates, they are investing huge amount of money and effort in order to develop in their countries huge databases, cloud, management. They are hiring wonderful scientists and technologists because everybody understands that the future is there. Everybody understands. So there is a huge competition. Let's not be saying, okay, we are the Silicon Mountain. In order to, I believe that we can make a Silicon Mountain because we are very hardworking, honest, flexible. A nation that knows how to survive. This is very important in the future. You have to be flexible, finding the right solution and the right team. It's inside your DNA, young Armenians. But we'll also have to work hard and we have to focus. Everybody has to contribute. Everybody. This is only when everybody come together and put an effort and make priority for all of us the development of new technology, that making a priority that Armenia can and must become a leader in new technology worldwide, then we will succeed. Then proudly all of us will come to a huge conference which will be called Silicon Mountains, and nobody will doubt or say this is not a mountain, it's a hill. Mountains come together, either catastrophically, in a big geological thing happening, or they come together as the growth of smaller mountains. So this is the new one, and I congratulate and I welcome and I will give you full support to organizers to make these Silicon Mountains happen. And from my side, I would like to also add initiatives that comes from presidential administration. There are a couple of initiatives that I would like to shortly present to you because eventually these initiatives should become another hill and another hill to create the mountain. And one of them is called ATOM, Advance Tomorrow. It's an initiative which has to contribute to our relationship with multinationals. Why Silicon Valley is Silicon Valley? Because of the presence of huge American industrial power. All the big names that you name, they are sitting there in California. Otherwise, why in California? Why not in Tennessee? In order to do that, we have to engage with these companies. Not in a form that we become a consumer of their goods. We already are consumers of the products of the same Google, IBM, or Siemens. We have to become partners with them. Partners in creating new technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning. And this is the aim of ATOM, bringing together worldwide companies. And I'm proud to say that during the 1 year of hard work, meeting all of these people, we have initially pre-signed agreements with a lot of companies, which include companies like IBM, which include companies like Dassault, Thales, Leonardo, and many others. Several universities, starting from Cambridge University Scientific Park and so on and so forth. We need them to bring to Armenia and create labs where we create new technology, learning from them. And all of these companies, which was amazing and nice, are making their point that they would like to work with us in a lab on R&D, but also to work with us on education. There's no way we can go into this new venture if we don't make our educational system, and we don't have new educational systems that will help to create the next generation of researchers and scientists, okay? TUMOs and others, Quant and schools and that we have here are just a small first step. We have to do more. I would like also to take this opportunity to invite to another event that will be connected to artificial intelligence. This year we had an event which is called Summit of Minds, which is has become an international brand now. Next year we'll have Summit of Minds again in Dilijan, 350 people, top-class politicians, economists, businessmen, and the theme will be artificial intelligence and geopolitics. Because this is where we are going. Artificial intelligence will be everywhere. It will be in farming, in your kitchen, in your house, in space, in media, in politics. Artificial intelligence will be also in geopolitics as well. So this is going to be, and I would love to have sort of a parallel conferences that maybe we can do something with the Silicon Mountains there. Because, again, it comes to a simple thing. We have to integrate our efforts, your efforts, government efforts, industry's efforts, foreign efforts, presidential efforts. The other two events that I would like to inform you, one of them is, again, an initiative and understanding that towards October next year, we will have Boras's conference on China and Chinese companies. So around 300 Chinese companies will come to Armenia to present themselves, and most of them will be IT companies in artificial intelligence as well. China is a new world we have to discover. We cannot stay abroad. And the fourth one is something that probably young people will like. The final agreement is done, and the Starmus festival that is very famous in the world. The fifth one was in Zurich, and before, a combination of things like space, technology, science. Starmus 5 was in Zurich. I was honored to be opening that conference. It's not a conference, it's a 5-day festival. We had around all the moonwalkers from the United States, all those astronauts that have been on the moon. We had also there 11 Nobel Prize winner scientists that were giving lectures, plus rock musicians, starting from Hans Zimmer, Brian May, Peter Gabriel, you name it. So it's a combination of things, showing also to everybody, including especially to the younger generation, that doing technology is cool. It's fun. And really you have to do it with all of your heart. So the sixth one will be in Armenia, and the dates are from 27th of September onwards, the initial dates. So I would like to add there to this, and probably, most probably, this Starmus Festival will be devoted to Apollo-Soyuz flight. Because years ago, when there was a Cold War, United States and Russia decided to make something, an effort, and that effort was in space. And it's a jubilee next year. So we will invite astronauts and cosmonauts from both worlds. We'll invite, of course, scientists, and I hope I will have more than 11 Nobel Prize winners, that in 5 days they will give lectures here and there in Yerevan or Dilijan or elsewhere. And then also to invite specialists for the first time to Starmus, also artificial intelligence, because if you speak about space, music, everywhere it's artificial intelligence. So I hope this will be a small contribution from me to your efforts to build the Silicon Mountains of Armenia. I welcome everybody here. I wish you all success, and don't hesitate. If you have a question on artificial intelligence or mathematical modeling, you can call me. Or you have a question how to support this in Armenia, I'm all there to support you. Congratulations, I wish you, everybody, big success here. And I hope that together we will make my and hopefully your dream one day true, to make Armenia a big international port, a port of the virtual world, a port of data. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.